Hello, everybody. This is Walrus McFish Sr., and we are back with what would have been the final episode of this playthrough of Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup. It's Savage Sid the Executioner, former Gitaroo, except that I got a comment last night saying, requesting basically, that maybe I should go and check out a ziggurat. And you know what? I'm game. I was thinking I would end this. There's a couple compelling reasons why I should just, cash out and take the win right now. First of all, we got our runes. Second of all, this would actually be number 27 in this video playlist here, and 27 is sort of lucky in dungeon crawl terms. But you know what? What am I, chicken? I'm gonna go and fight a ziggurat. Savage Sid is he gonna let himself get outclassed by Harrigan, who basically did a ziggurat because he had to, and just sort of perished on the way because of his greed? We're gonna get a little bit greedy too, but here's my rules. We can cash out anytime we want. We can leave the ziggurat and feel good about it. One ziggurat is plenty. So if we finish the ziggurat, that's it. And there you go. So hopefully we'll go into a ziggurat, see how well this sort of apocalypse style does for us, and see if Savage Sid is indeed the best character ever. I guess we got to put our money where our mouth is. Tackle a ziggurat. We didn't have too much dramatic tension in hell, so maybe this is it. This is the dramatic tension we're looking for. Anyway, what are we gonna do to get ready for a ziggurat? Well, I think we're basically got all the equipment we need. I'm going to go ahead and just drop this crystal plate mail because it's taking up spots. I can go ahead and probably drop some of these other things too, like magic mapping, whatever. Yeah, I mean, we can keep most of these other things. That chunk of flesh is going to rot away in a second. Alright, we'll be fine, and we can drop more stuff in the ziggurat if we need to. And spell-wise, well, how many spell levels do we have left? We have 4 spell levels left, which is not really enough for what I wanted to do. I was thinking we might be able to learn Borgnors at this point. First of all, let's put on our normal armor and our normal ring, I guess. Let's put on Zin. And also, let's put on our strength amulet just for a second here. Which one? Actually, let's see how it works with this regeneration. Now, if I were to look for Borgnors, I can cast it reasonably well. Possibly better if we had Might or Brilliance on our side. So let's definitely go and learn that. And that definitely does also mean that we're going to have to amnesia a couple of spells. But that's totally fine, and we can chop up some ogres as a warm-up, just in case we run into any ogre floors in the ziggurat. Don't think that's likely. I mean, yeah, a lot of a ziggurat depends on what floors we're going to encounter. And, here's one thing that we are going to try. I doubt it will let me do this, but, I've been surprised before. We can try to dig in a ziggurat. And we're not going to dig all the way down to the bottom, ideally, because that would be... Oh, what? This is the closest Necronomicon? Fine. Just go and get it. Cool. Alright, memorize Borgnors. We have to do a little bit of creative amnesia here. Let's forget, Dispel Undead is just the kind of spell that we're not going to cast very often. I mean, most things that we're going to Dispel Undead we can just hit with our axe anyway. And, spending 5 magic on that when we only have like 17 most of the time is not ideal. So I'm going to forget that for 5 spell levels. And here's the other thing. I sort of wanted to learn Sublimation of Blood, which is in Tomb 1, so we can go and learn that too. And that is, what, 2 spell levels? Level 2. So unfortunately, yeah, this is not going to quite do it. We're going to have to forget another spell. I'm going to go ahead and forget Irradiate. Honestly. Amnesia, Irradiate. Because I never cast it. And it's like 10%, we're just never going to use it. It was a little bit of a gimmick spell. I just wanted to see how it looked. We'll have another character that uses it better, I promise. But if we're going here, I mean, it's more important to me to have Sublimation of Blood, which might actually be, like, a very important thing. Memory of Irradiate unravels. Now we'll memorize Borgnors. Yes. And spells. I can be capital B. Again, capital letters for our Necronomicon spells. Now we'll go to get our sublimation. Go and get it. Yeah, I know. Strange energies run through my body. Oh well. And it's cool that these necromancy spells are conveniently located here in Tomb. I guess that's what Tomb's all about. Sublimation of blood. Spell assigned to I. Do we have anything on S right now? Yeah, it's Song of Slaying. Let's just put it on capital S. Why not? Spells. Capital S. It's not as dangerous as the other ones, but it will still drain our life. We don't necessarily want to be doing that by accident. We can get used to that. Alright, anything else that we wanted to do? I've got a couple of slots open. I could drop arrows or whatever to make some more room, or the ring of shadows. Let's go to a ziggurat here. You don't know how to get there. Well, go to depth 2 first of all, then. And we'll figure out how to get there together. You know, the GPS doesn't have instructions here. Lost Soul, oh no, I can't dispel it, but it flickered out to some alternate weird ghostly dimension where it shan't be bothering us again. A manticore and a boggart, huh? Interesting stuff. Can I lose rapid deconstruction in there? No, I can't, but let's just get close enough that we can kill these guys. Lose rapid deconstruction here, I guess. We'll kill that boggart. And is this made out of rock? Yes, it is. So we can just dig through and lose rapid deconstruction up here, maybe, will be likely to hit me, but who cares, because we got tons of armor, and next Wednesday, see, it didn't even hurt us, even though it killed all of those guys. So, I hope you're impressed with yourself. I guess we didn't make it in here before. I guess I'm glad that we did. Near starving, we should have plenty of food to make it through a ziggurat. Right. I should think so. Frost Giant, yeah, there's a Frost Giant around here. The Frost Giant wasn't anything special. I think the fact that there was a ziggurat attached to it. And some liches. Okay, so we'll come over here and deal with this. Not to worry at this stage of the game, I think. Let's release rapid deconstruction at open. And, yeah, lock into a travel excluded area. Whoa, okay. So, yeah, they're summoning a bunch of dudes. Let's just apocalypse them all. Maybe that was an exaggeration. Maybe I shouldn't have apocalypsed right before I went into a ziggurat. I'm hoping that we're going to be able to get back that draining really quick. That was a little bit of a knee-jerk reaction there. Oh, whoops, that's mutagenic flesh. Frost Giant freezing himself, fine. And, you know, I mean, with our 233 HP now, that makes me feel a little bit better. Very dangerous to cast. How dangerous is it to cast deflect missiles at this point? 30%? Yeah, it's still worth it. Well, on a ziggurat now, I sort of wish I had the Toeswoe back. We can cast the Toeswoe at the end of a floor. So you know what? I'm reinstating the Toeswoe. I'm sorry I got rid of it. Redefine. T-O-Z. Whoa. Great. Toeswoe activated. And we'll head in here, and yes, this should no longer be travel excluded. No reason to fear it at all. Brilliant. We don't fear a ziggurat. No way. What do we got to fear? Nothing bad ever happens in ziggurats, right? It's just all storybook stories. Ooh, it's all red and ominous. Alright. Well, let's see what the first floor is. Uh-oh. White ugly thing, an apocalypse crab. It's a chaos floor of some kinds. Well, maybe they got this one out of the way early so that we can not see any Panlord floors later. Not sure. And what do we get? Something. Alright, anyway, what are we going to do here? Try to dig is the first important step. Shaft self. I can't shaft myself on this level, so I can't dig in a ziggurat. Well, there you go. So that answers that. I guess it's just going to be us versus the world then. Let's try to... Obsidian statue as unsafe. Well, that's a little bit something that we can't really afford to do. We got to get up close and start hitting it. I'm not sure what an obsidian statue does, honestly. Oh, it summons minor demon. Didn't that used to be something else? Didn't that used to be a silver statue? Unfortunately, that 6-headed Hydra, yeah, is now a 7-headed Hydra. So let's go ahead and just use Iron Shot. And then one more Iron Shot. There we go. And our life force is back. Fine. That only took a jiffy. What's going on here? Oh, they're just flashing portals. I thought there was something more special than that going on. Artifacts or something like that. I'm a little bit nervous here. I'm not going to lie. Trying to keep focused. If we need to take a break here, I haven't just quite decided yet. We may take a break in the middle of this video. In the middle of the ziggurat. You know, break this up into 2 videos. Just because a lot of times my worst enemy on a ziggurat is like exhaustion and carelessness. But, on the other hand, if I feel like I got a good groove going, if I feel like I got good momentum going, we might just be better to power through. So, honestly, I gotta play that by ear. Here's the next stone staircase. Let's see how things look as it actually looks to get crazier. Ghost Crab, Bog Body, Phantom, and Swamp Drake. I guess maybe I could put on appropriate rings. Like here I could put on the ring of Spinneret so I don't get ghost crabbed. Would probably be ideal. Yeah, we do have natural poison resistance. We got poison resistance to next Wednesday. We got tons of resistances. We got everything that we could want. I guess putting on some buffs would usually be appropriate. Cloud engulfing me, but yeah, all the draining part, which is the part I care about, is completely ignored. There's a little bit of fire damage, but with all of our AC, it seems like clouds barely bother us. Translucent chainmail. Okay. What can I drop here real quick? What did I pick up? 3 chunks of flesh, fine. I just want to see this. Oh, and a scroll of enchant weapon I don't really need. Do I have anything worth enchanting? No. So just drop it. And identify. It's okay. More regeneration, which I would appreciate. But it's not really worth carrying around. We have enough electrical resistance. I mean, yeah, it's cool. It's a pretty nice piece of armor, but it's not good enough. If we're going to wear chainmail, we got to wear a +6 chainmail. It's a little bit embarrassing to be wearing chainmail at this point of the game. We only make an exception for that for the fire resistance. And I don't think we're really going to do that. Let's make sure that we're wearing Gin most of the time, because that's just the most versatile. A little bit of resistance to everything. Spinneret is nice too, if we run into tomb floors or whatever. And this is one. Alright, so this is a tomb floor. So let's put it back on. Ring of the Spinneret. Definitely. And I'm glad I ran into it a little bit on the earlier side. Look, there's not even any greater mummies or anything like that. There is a simulacrum, which is a little bit dangerous. But it's okay. More cure mutation if we needed it. Shiny plate armor is not anything that we're really going to be looking at. New kind of ring. Is it interesting enough? It's a fire resistance ring. We have that other fire resistance ring, which I like a little bit better because it gives the strength +5, though. So let's just keep that one. Even with the dexterity -2, I think it's fine. We barely use dexterity at all. Yeah, if we find any other like super ultra tier loot, that'd be fine. Our loot could always stand to get better. Getting a little bit stat drained as we go, but that's just because I'm falling apart. I think I should have enough, you know, restore abilities to carry us through the end of this. Cool. What are we gonna put back on? I guess Gin. Oh, and wait, there's some curses happening. Cursed Vampiric Battle Axe. I don't even know if we're ever going to use that again. So if we put that on, we might as well just keep it, because it would be a big deal to put that on anyway. We would have to eat some food and stuff. I was thinking we might use it in here if we run into a living floor and we really need it. But probably, hopefully not. We have enough regeneration by other means that we don't need to use our axe anymore. As good as it was to us in the first half of this game. Scroll brand weapon we don't need either. So let's just remove some of this curses off me, just because I might as well. And, fine. Ready to keep going. I can't believe I can't dig. I thought for sure I was going to be able to dig my way through problem mummy floors or something like that. That makes me feel a lot more nervous. I was about to be like, oh, this is a lighthearted adventure. Just dig my way through whatever I need to. Hopefully instead we can apocalypse our way through whatever we need to. Like, I think this is like a legitimate apocalypse floor. Yeah, that's hellfire and stuff. So let's go ahead and just apocalypse. A lot of these guys are dying, which is good. Okay, that was tough. Honestly, it was tougher than I expected. Our cloak is still just a cloak of magic resistance. Not the most impressive cloak in the world. We would take a better cloak if we found one. More cure mutation, book of summonings, book of envenomations. Abjuration here is still at 80%, but we made no attempt to learn it, learn any summonings at all either. So I'm not surprised that didn't improve much. Guess nothing else that we're really interested in. We could check out these cloaks, but I still feel like having a little bit of magic resistance is probably good for us. We'll keep that and keep going. Alright. We didn't quite work off our drain debt either. That doesn't make me happy. I was thinking that maybe some of these floors might require multiple apocalypses. In which case, we'd absolutely get super drained. We'd be in drain debt, and we might drain ourselves into oblivion, might have to cash out. I'm not sure, man. We're going to keep going. It's still early. We are only going to ziggurat 5, 6 now, still in the first third here. What's going on here? More draconians. It's another draconian floor. It's just monks, though, so let's just wait over here. Let's see if we can fight them a little bit more piecemeal. Yeah, like, I'm horrified a little bit. But I like this geometry a little bit more. It gives me a little bit more room to think and breathe as I deal with them one at a time. So there's a bunch of queues, but yeah, that was great. Alright, so my life force was destroyed by that. So if we have alternate floors that require apocalypses, that would be very sustainable. As we get towards the higher ones, I feel like apocalypse is going to be almost necessary. Considering my horror level, that's one thing that I didn't even think about right now until it happened, is our cowardice. That might be a limiting factor as we get up to these higher levels, just because, I mean, I'm a coward. I've got no place to hide from these people. I can't dig into these walls. So, unfortunately, that might be a real limiting factor for us. But we're going to make it through the first third of a ziggurat at least. We'll consider quaffing a cure or restore ability sometime soon. Cool. But not just this minute. It's not quite urgent. Ready to keep going. Buffs on, I guess. Make sure we have enough for an apocalypse as we move forward. Swamp dragons. So it's a swamp floor. All you really need for this is poison resistance. We're just going to back off here and then let these guys come to us. And generally just tab. Like a vampiric battle axe, going back to the trusty old vampiric battle axe for a minute would be so satisfying here, just to get the taste of the old bloodlust. But we barely needed A. I mean, did you see that? Our HP was not even dented. On a floor like this, with lots of like attackers that is just going to attack us, I think that's the kind of floor that we're definitely going to prefer. The grimoire of mutagenic confrontation. It's going to be the mummy floors and the tormentor floors and whatever, where they can get us all. That's what we're going to have to worry about a little bit more. What's with this grimoire? Yeah, well, we just forgot that spell, so maybe never mind. Scrolls of Fog we should definitely try to use, even though it really didn't do much for us earlier. I'll check out this shiny shield. Yeah, let's just wear that real quick. Oh. Yeah, man. That's actually probably pretty tempting. +2 shield compared to a +0 shield just gives us more negative energy resistance like all the time. We can put on our Gin and still have RN++. I think it's probably pretty good. I mean, the large shield gave us +6 more shields, but +6 shields for another pip of negative energy resistance. I don't know. I think the shield might be helping us out a lot, too. But let's go with the shield of negative energy real quick. I'll hang on to the large shield for a second until I have to make the decision to drop it. Grimoire of Mutagenic Confrontation has a lot better title than Table of Contents. And I guess we are ready to keep going. Alright. Downward. Shock Serpent. Why don't you come over here? Yeah, I'd rather peel these guys off most... Well, okay. Never mind. We're going to get... Oh, we're a little horrified. Alright, so if we're going to be like that, let's just Apocalypse here. Apocalypse. Killed practically everybody. There was like a Shock Serpent type explosion situation going on here, but that was fine. A couple of Naga Warriors over here. Yeah, I'll clean up clean out the trash here. New kind of amulet. Man, I didn't discover a lot of these basic types of amulets and rings until very late in the game. I don't know if that's typical. Maybe that's just change generation rates in 0.16 that I do not have yet a feel for. Tons of Q-mutation. More Q-mutation than we ever would want. Scrolls of Fog, fine. Vial of Floods, no. Drop, I don't know. Let's drop the chunks of flesh temporarily. Check out this amulet real quick. What is it? Amulet of Warding. Yeah, we got so much negative energy resistance now that we really don't care for that. I know it helps to ward off some of the dangerous summons too, which is like what I was complaining about. I would have liked to have endured, but it's not worth it. It's not worth the amulet slot when we just have mad regeneration. Take a little bit more fresh meat. Fresh snake meat will be pretty delicious. I've never tasted snake meat. Have you? Could be good. I saw a survival show where they ate snake meat, and it looked kind of good when they were preparing it, even though it was just like in the survival setting. Maybe it was because they were so hungry that it looked kind of good. You could sort of sympathize with them. Anyway, we got some snake meat. I'm going down to Zig 9. Lightning Spire is unsafe, but not so unsafe that I feel bad about coming up towards it. Merfolk here. Yeah, if you don't want to put these weird statues in the middle of my floors, that'd be fine too. See, my horror is only -2 at this. I definitely feel like, yeah, horror -3. How about let's go for an apocalypse right now? Yep. That's something. And, alright, so that's cool. We really would love to maintain a positive... Eat that royal jelly. Jeweled Rod is not going to do anything for us. 13 Sword of the Doom Knight is awesome. It would prevent us from casting anything, which would sort of lead to our doom, you would imagine. But it's cool. More, yeah. Oh, yes! 2 Scrolls of Enchant Armor. That's some quality loot right there. Let's just go ahead and drop... I don't know. These Arrows of Frost, we're never going to use them. We're probably never going to use that bow ever again. Read that on... Okay, I could enchant up my shield, too, if I was worried about my shield getting a little bit diminished here. But let's just get a couple of points. Yeah, I'd like to use them and get up to natural 40 AC. Yeah, that looks good. You look over there, 40 AC, 10 EV more if we cast our buffs. I love it. Scroll of Summoning is, yeah, of course, worthless for us because everybody would just hate us. We definitely don't need a Ring of Fire, please. We definitely don't need a thick Jeweled Rod. I could turn off some of these auto pickups, I suppose. Cool. And I guess that's good. Let's try to maybe not use an Apocalypse on the next floor. I also don't need these arrows anymore. Alright, so new plan. Let's just look at this real quick. Because I'm going to be picking up a lot of crap here. No Rings of Fire, no Rings of Intelligence, no Rings of Magical Power, no Rings of Protection from Cold. Or Magic, or even Slaying, or Wizardry. And we don't want any Wands of Cold, or Draining, or any Wands at all, really. Heal Wounds, sure, yeah. Invisibility, we already got one. Lightning, we already got one. Any scrolls, we don't actually want Enchant Weapon or Brand Weapon anymore. And as for potions, fine, whatever. Alright, that should be a good start, though. Oh, no more arrows. Great. So I guess that means we'll see if we forgot anything now. Throwing nets are nice. I mean, throwing nets are definitely very useful, but we don't have any skill in throwing, so I don't think it's going to be anything worth really looking at. Let's just head down and see how it goes. Alright. Imps. Fire imps. Is this going to be pandemonium? Oh, it's just an imp in a cage to sort of spur us on. Okay, so it is sort of a panlord for... Is it? I guess we'll see what's going on here. 2 panlords at least. 3 panlords at least. I need to get closer. Well, should I try to do it without... Let's put up phase shifts. I'm going to try to do this without an apocalypse. Call me crazy. Are you calling me crazy? Well, standing on water is a little bit crazy. I almost feel like this is kind of too crazy. I'd like to be able to take out one of these panlords, maybe. Let's regenerate. I'll keep enough for an apocalypse just in case, but it's like, I'm going to try to do this. I fought panlords before. I never fought 3 panlords at a time. But with anti-magic, I mean, what are they going to do? I mean, now I'm fighting the two most dangerous things. I think a lot of those guys are there just because... Okay. Smook hit me. Smook! That's outrageous. And Chaixian, I don't take any offense to you, but Smook, I don't like the look of I don't like the cut of his jib. What's going on? Smook is hitting me and wrestling me. That's really crazy, actually. Yeah, okay, we got our life force back, though, and we killed everybody but Smook. Killer Clown dying. Regeneration not quite happening. Can we get maybe a little bit of stone skin? How about? Oh, I don't have enough magic. My magic might have got leaked away, or I might have just spent it all. I'm not sure exactly. Cool. Alright, that was great. We'll dig through here. What? We can't dig through that. Stone wall, stone wall. This is all stone walls? That's ridiculous. Might as well eat a killer clown corpse. Delicious. Okay. That was a little crazy. 3 panlords at once. But was it too awful? Was it the most awful thing that you ever saw in your whole life? Book of the Warp. What's in here? Nothing that I really want. I was thinking that maybe it might be possible we could learn Dispersal. I sort of forgot about that. Might be nice to give us a moment. Manual fighting. That's cool. Yeah, I like that. I really do like that. Might as well focus fighting while we got it, and we can get up to level 27 fighting pretty darn quick. Steaming short bow. And, what else is going on here? Nothing? Nothing good? Fine. Alright. Well, that was cool. That was a little bit tricky. We're at a third of the way through. You know, more than a third of the way through. We can keep going. I don't see any reason to stop right now, but I think at halfway through we should take a pause and at least consider whether or not we're going to cut the video. It would be irresponsible of me to just like keep going through without even thinking about it. So let's just keep going. I apologize if my commentary here is suffering. I'm focused here. I'm trying to focus. I'm trying not to die. And as a result, I'm like, you know, direct all power to the main engines here. Forward shields. You know, I got a direct power away from the verbal area of my brain. Put on my resist corrosion. Ugh, okay. Well, I put on resist corrosion. Did it help? I don't know. But these guys are so close. This is just Ocklob floor? This is my worst nightmare. Why are there so many gosh darn Ocklobs? This better be it. No, this is not nearly it. I gotta destroy... Okay, this is definitely an apocalypse moment. Apocalypse. Please, all these... Yeah, alright. All these guys absolutely need to die. I don't care even if I missed a few of them. Let's back off if possible, just so I can... uncorrode my equipment, if possible. I'm standing in ghostly flames still. So let's regenerate, and I got roots coming at me, so there's roots involved. 2 hydras. You're almost dead. Can I just hit you with like a wand of cold or something? Okay, I did not manage to accomplish that. Oh, jeez. And only 2 magic points left. Like, I feel like if I get 1 chop here on this 8-headed Hydra, it will die. It almost died. Okay, but I'm just making insanely large Hydras. I hate the ghostly flame here. But my life is not that bad yet. Like, there's a Hydra. See, that's the problem. I can't even swing my axe properly without without making this Hydra more difficult than it needs to be. I would love to get rid of this ghostly flame. What if about? Do I still have my hand axe of flaming? Probably should have hung on to that. How about Krishna Shanga? I can shoot you down real quick. Quick point blank bow action. All right, that's good. That worked great. Krishna Shanga to the rescue. I knew I kept that around for a reason. Sorry I was bad-mouthing you earlier. I didn't mean nothing by it. Now we can chop through the rest of this crofts. We're corroded. Those Oklobs at the beginning, that's what really did it for me. I mean, where did those guys even come from? You know? We're getting seriously drained. I'm glad I have this shield of drain resistance at least a little bit. I mean, part of that is the apocalypse, of course. I can't even tell anymore. This is a bad floor. And it should have been an easy floor. It should have been an easy swamp floor. I got flustered by those Oklobs. Anybody else? Where's the last of them? Is this all gone? Please let this just dissipate. Alright, thank you. Fine. Everybody's dead. Toeswoe, please. Faintly glowing leather armor is just too light for us out of principle. Elemental staff is amazing. And it would be an excellent tribute to Ziberius to carry it around. So I'm going to make an attempt to do so. Yep, we'll carry around the Elemental Staff as a tribute to Ziberius. We carry around the Ring of Shadows as a tribute to Harrigan. It's important to have memory for the legends that came before us. Glistering Book. I'll pick it up at least. What is it? The second course on magic. All level 5 stuff. Stuff that's about our level. What's our odds of casting any of that? I mean, any of the net, yeah. We can cast Skendron's Battlesphere pretty well, but it doesn't do a whole lot for us. Excruciating Wounds causes our thing to become Pain Attack, I believe, but Anti-Magic is just the best. So never mind, that's pretty cool. It's a good second course on magic. We could probably afford to bone up on the second half of that table of contents, but we're good, you know. It's a little late for us to learn anything other than maybe how to get Borgnirs and Death's Door online, which got worse. How did that happen? I'm not sure exactly why that's at 80% now. Maybe it's because my intelligence and strength went down a little bit. It's fine. Hopefully we don't need it anytime soon, but we might, actually. So it might be time for Might and Brilliance. You know, let's at least not forget that we have that option in our back pocket here. And let's have a better floor this time. Ziggurat 12. Lava, but that doesn't mean anything. Could be anything. It's snakes. It's a snake floor. So I'm going to back off into this corner. And I bet in the corner we'll be fine. In fact, maybe we should just do most of our fighting in the corner here on a floor like this. We can do this. We'll put up standard buffs. We can do this without an apocalypse. I'm sure of it. And we really need to do that in order to make myself feel better about the events of the last floor. Alright, yeah, Oklobs, a lot of these dangerous guys, Greater Nagas. It's fine, you know, there's a lot of dangerous stuff around here, that's for sure. But it's not the worst thing I ever saw, is it? I mean, I think this is the kind of floor that I definitely would prefer to fight. More poisoned, but also more dead. Less dead than these guys. Great. Yeah, I know, I'm sick. Fine. I'm good. We're all good. That's fine. Money that I'm never going to use. Books. Why do I have books? I have a manual of fighting, I guess. Some other things I could drop. I mean, I could drop my useful stuff. Alright, you know what? Large Shield is going to go, I guess. Book of Frost, no, thank you. Enchant weapon, not necessary. Potions of resistance, I'm glad that I have a couple more of those against orbs of fire or any other threats that I might find here. Maledictions, not interested. Yellow potion, what do you think? Could it be experience? I'm going to identify it. It is a potion of experience. That's beautiful. Let's go ahead and quaff that straight away. Flood of Memories washes over me. What am I going to do? I'm going to put it all into Charms and Necromancy. Charms and Necromancy. Just for the hopes that we can get these Charms and Necromancy up. In fact, let's focus more on Necromancy so maybe we can at least get Borgnior's up a little bit. Go for it. Or maybe I should put it in Fighting. Alright, let's put a little bit in Fighting too just to speed this manual along. How about? Perfect. I like it. Nice. Charms going up a little bit. I can cast some of these things. 50%. That experience did a little bit of something, something. Ring of Protection. No, 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 no. Generic loot. But sometimes generic loot is the best kind of loot. You know, just a generic potion of experience. Great. And we found the elemental staff. That's pretty symbolic, ceremonial sort of thing. It's an artifact with important history. Alright. Onwards we go. Ziggurat 13. What's it going to be? Anything stupid in the middle? No, but a little bit of terrain. I can appreciate that. Standard buffs. Ice Fiends and Shard Shrikes. Oh my. So what do? We get a little bit closer, and then we prepare ourselves for the apocalypse of a lifetime. Here's a Shard Shrike right here. Are there any more guys coming at me, though? I would prefer it if we could have an all-inclusive apocalypse, and I think that apocalypse's time is right now. Destroyed that, destroyed that, destroyed that. Good. The Shard Shrike is gone. The Ice Fiend was almost gone, and the rest of these guys are small potatoes. Good. Worthwhile apocalypse, I should say. Shard Shrike and an Ice Fiend. And you know what? I think that might be maybe my cue to at least consider taking a break. Lousy boots. I really like our boots. Our boots have done really well for us. The electrical resistance, the negative energy resistance, the regeneration. You know, the RC minus has caused some problems for us, but it really actually has been much, much more good than bad, I think. There we go. Finally, the Amulet of Inaccuracy. I thought I hadn't found one of those. More of this, more of this. Yada, yada, yada. Book of Conjurations. I bet we could cast a thing or two out of that. Sure, I mean, we know we could cast Battlesphere really well with our Charm skill, actually. That's amazing. We can cast that amazingly well. But would we want to? I guess we could pick up Mystic Blast. We know Iron Shot, which is basically the same thing, but better for our purposes. I guess, you know, Mystic Blast maybe never hurt anybody. Sure, let's pick up Mystic Blast. Why not? Yeah. A little bit of quiet contemplative study. Seems like the appropriate course of action. Alright? And you know what? I think that is my cue to take a break. I know that that's kind of like artificial, like an artificial boundary right here. I mean, nothing really happened, but I feel like myself slipping a little bit. Like, I feel like we had a couple of bad floors. I feel like I need a minute to step away from it and then approach the second half of the ziggurat after one more floor. Because here's my rationale for that. I mean, it's like we've got 13.5 would be the halfway point, but really it's the second half of the ziggurat that's the more difficult part. So we can take one more floor right now, and then I'm gonna take a break. All right, so that's my plan, and I'm gonna make me stick to that plan too, because I know in the last one when I was playing Harrigan, I was being all cheeky, like, oh, I think we can just do one more floor, right? Ha ha ha! We're so clever. Look at us just going through a ziggurat. We don't care. We've got Singularity, which is an overpowered spell apparently. Yeah, see, Tella, that doesn't matter for us, actually. They're taking out Singularity from the game. Do you know that? That's what I heard, at least. Flayed Ghost wandering over here in silence. So I hope we can actually cast Apocalypse. Yeah, if this Flayed Ghost could come over here and not flay me so much, that'd be great. These two Silent Specters, I'm glad, showed up right now at the beginning. 3 Ancient Champions is not the worst. Yeah, the Silent Specters are here, so they can cast spells too. But you know what? I'm not even sure if an apocalypse is necessary on this floor. If we could have an apocalypse-free floor, actually, for the crypt, yikes, I'm getting flayed by the flayed ghost. I suppose that makes sense, doesn't it? So let's make sure we can deal with that flayed ghost. Here comes a profane servitor with an umbra. Well, if it's... Look, if we apocalypse, we apocalypse. Yeah, we apocalypse. All right, this is too low for comfort. And I mean, the danger is coming mostly from that that flaying being over there. But let's just apocalypse here. Destroyed that, destroyed that. Yeah, I'm already back up to 200 life. Alright, so I'm drained some more, but I also killed a bunch of dangerous stuff here too, right? I mean, like, here's liches. There's ancient liches. I sort of wish I had saved it for a second. Ancient liches and regular liches all need to go. You can see they've already summoned about 1,000 guys, including other guys which might have summoned other guys. Please. Alright, yeah, all these guys definitely need to go. Crystal Spear hit me for a lot of damage. My deflect missiles is down. Oh no. Oh no, did I do it again? I can't have. Alright, I've got to be able to cure out of this. Let's just heal. I mean, what's the better thing to do? Heal, probably. 92 life. I feel a lot better about that. Ancient Lich almost destroyed, and you better not be throwing any more Crystal Spears at me. I get you with my anti-magic, buddy. Alright, Life Force is back even after that couple of apocalypses, so he can end on a clean bill of Life Force, at least. That's good. Yeah. Alright, got bolstered by the flame. I have some negative energy resistance. Yikes, man. I guess I should have absolutely put on Spinneret for this floor or something like that. Or maybe I'm suffering from my lack of my better shield, which was blocking those Crystal Spears. I cannot move closer to the Eidolon. Okay, fine. Yeah, am I regenerating right now? I am a little bit. Maybe a phase shift is appropriate? Okay, he's hitting me with a great sort of slicing, which I hate. Man, I gotta use another heal wounds just to feel good about my situation. Yeah, alright, but now these guys are close enough to me that they are all going to get nearly destroyed. Destroyed the Ancient Champion, who was the one who was possibly hitting me for the most melee damage. That Bone Dragon is no slouch either. The Revenant, now that I've got his magic under control, is not going to be an issue. Yikes. Alright, well now we're doing one more floor. Because now I'm mad. That was not satisfying, you know? I mean, that we can't end on that note right there. So, never mind about that. Maybe a Scroll of Silence even or something would have been appropriate there. Note of the Gourmand, we don't need that. Warped Quarterstaff, no thanks. Book of the Tempest, anything in here that I care about. Shatter, no, not really. Ominously Black Robe is probably the Robe of Night. Or maybe it's just a generic descriptor. No, never mind. It's a lousy robe that nobody cared about at all. Bone Blowgun is interesting, but we're past our time with that. Near starving. Don't need any rods. Don't need any fans of gales. Definitely eat some real delicious bread. Alright, Tozwo. Fine. One more floor. We got to finish on a positive note there, and that wasn't positive. We should have been able to handle that more effectively. I wish I had saved my apocalypses and dealt with those ancient liches at the same time, but it didn't quite work out that way. So let's just keep going. Well past the halfway point for a ziggurat now. Looks like a spooky dead forest. Here's Hellions and War Gargoyles. So this is the Iron City of Dis, isn't it? Alright. Somebody call me, but they can wait until this Zig floor is over. Hellion's coming. Make sure he gets chopped. We're going to try to stay behind this wall of trees and deal with these guys. I'm hoping that it's mostly just not really tormentors. I mean, if this is the Iron City of Dis, as it seems to be. Oh, there's a tormentor. Jeez. Alright, so back away, back away. I wish you wouldn't torment me, sir. Not at least until everybody else has had a chance. Ugh, regenerate, please. At least he's backed away here. My shroud falling apart. Oh, no. Like, I don't want to apocalypse right now. I wish I had a better way to be able to hit that tormentor from a distance. Something like portal projectile. Portal projectile might have been pretty good here with my Krishna Shanga. Or, I mean, I've got Lee's Rapid Deconstruction or something, but nothing good. I could do a power leap over to the not even that square. I could continue to step around the corner and try to get my better apocalypse. I mean, that's my best plan right now. I like to be able to see everything before thinking about this. I feel drained. Yes, I know. Yes. Alright, so there's a lot of things coming at me. Okay, yeah. Alright, so now it's time for the apocalypse and hope that most of this stuff dies. Life Force is back from an apocalypse? Okay, so that's interesting, but I mean, I think that might be... Yeah. Thankfully, most of those things died. The Hell Sentinel didn't, so he's going to continue to probably throw Hellfire at us. We are still regenerating, which is good. Let's try to take out this Hell Sentinel real quick before he has any better ideas of throwing any more Hellfire. Okay, good. Good, good, good. Hell Sentinel dead. That makes me feel really good. Corroded by a Rust Devil is a little bit more obnoxious. Whoa, 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 whoa. Alright, how about let's get up some... We're still regenerating here. How about Stone Skin? Tengu Zombie, etc. Alright, this is fine. This is fine. You're the last one. Good. Alright. Well, that wasn't easy, but I feel better about that 4 than the last 4. I think you might agree. I think we handled it. I feel weakened. Oh, I thought that was a mutation. No, it was just some deterioration. That's totally fine. It's a temporary sort of thing, and my intelligence is back, so it's a little give, little take here. Alright, fine. Fine, fine, fine. 12 potions of cure mutation. Shiny buckler. No, 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 no. Alright, this is fine, though. This is good. This is a good place to stop now. More than halfway through Ziggurat, we would have, what, the last 12 floors to do? Or however long we think we can take. I mean, if we can just continue to... I mean, we might decide to leave. I don't know. I gotta sleep on it as my point. You know, I'm not going to try to force it all right now. I'd like to leave it and at least stretch this out. You know, I mean, if we're going to get some Savage Sid bonus footage here, you know, we might as well try to spread it out and milk it as long as we can, you know, get it out for a couple of days. But, anyway, I hope you enjoyed this sort of foolhardy endeavor, this voyage into a ziggurat here. We're doing okay for ourselves, and we'll see how far we can go moving into the future. But thanks for watching, you guys. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time.